Hey everybody, here we are for another video. You probably checked out my previous video about the BattleTech beginner box. So this is, I guess, the BattleTech advanced box. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, this is a more complete, more, I guess, higher end box set that has, comes with, it's more, I guess, is more complete package as far as getting into BattleTech. As I said in my previous video, I've always been a big fan of BattleTech. I love mechs, love, just love giant robots in general. I just think the concept is awesome because I'm a nerd. But if you're watching this video, you're probably a nerd too, or you're about to become one. Anyways, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Just gotta say again, the presentation of these box sets that Catalyst Game Labs has been putting out is really, it's fantastic. I believe this was part of a Kickstarter or something. I have a friend who's involved with it. But just gotta say, in the tabletop world, Games Workshop is kind of the king of that and everything. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that because I'm sure there's people that have strong feelings against that. But either way, at least you can't get into tabletop without hearing about Games Workshop and the Warhammer tabletop games. But I can definitely say, just by the overall presentation of these box sets, that Catalyst Game Labs is they're making a big splash as far as I'm concerned. So I'm gonna open this thing up, and the first thing we see, we have 8 mech miniatures in this, and this thing goes for, at least when I bought it at Barnes & Noble. It was the very last one they had. Comes with 8 mech miniatures, and they're all very highly detailed. They're beautifully made. The only thing I didn't like was that they're already put together. I mean, I'd like to be able to put them together myself and pose them however I want, but I'll forgive that because the sculpt and the quality of these mechs is absolutely just outstanding. And they're not too overly detailed, they're not too overly complicated, but I can tell that these guys are going to be very fun to paint up and add some distressing and some battle damage, do some camo patterns. But yeah, so again, same as the beginner box, we have this little novel, just gives you a little bit of a storyline into the BattleTech universe. These are fun reads. They've have black and white line drawings in the back. Great stuff. I'm going to turn this thing over, set this on top. We got, of course, your dice. Can't play tabletop games without dice. Dice will either be your best friend or your worst enemy when it comes to tabletop games. Our cards that give you stats about the mechs as well as other features of the game. Yes, guys, I'm a noob when it comes to BattleTech. Like I said, I'm more of a casual fan of the game. Been a big fan of the video games and everything, and I love the miniatures, which as we'll get into that right now. We've got, as I said, 8 just amazingly sculpted miniatures. They probably stand close to 2 inches tall each with the base, of course. So try to scoot that in so we got that guy in frame here. 8 mechs, all very highly detailed, dynamic poses. They all look great. Try to keep these in sequence so I put them back in the box correctly. Pull this little egg crate thing out of here. And once we get into the back of the box, we've got our primer, which again provides it's full color, provides a bit of a background into the lore of the BattleTech universe. Talks about I guess the different factions and everything. And there's a little bit of mention about the mechs and everything. Kind of gives you a description of them, mech warriors and all that. Again, full color. It's one of those things you're starting to not see as much here and there, just in video games. Video games also. This harkens back to the golden days of PC gaming, where you would get a video game in a box this size and it would just be full of goodies. I mean, a lot of that stuff would probably end up in the trash eventually, but still, you got full color manuals, and this harkens back to that. We just overall everything that's in here. Got rules, we got stats about the mechs and everything. Talks about the each turn, I mean how each turn goes and everything. Got a record sheets, I guess you could say. I guess you photocopy these and can mark on them and everything. But again, great presentation on all this. And then like the beginner box, I'm going to have to turn this over to get these out. Get the rest of this stuff out. I actually kind of have this backwards. Same as the beginner box. We have additional mechs that are cardboard cutouts. You can just cut these out, pop these in. You've got bases and you've got additional mechs. Got our looks like our sheet that shows different values for attacks and movement for each of your mechs. Then got our maps, which again are decent size. You don't need a giant dining room table for these. These will fit on a card table, fairly small surface. Got a highway map here. We've got desert map. And let's see. Get this guy out of here. Got a full woodlands map. Looks like we got some mountains here. That should be fun. So I believe these mechs have jump jets and or some of them have jump jets, can jump up onto these higher levels of elevation and get that high ground bonus, just like Obi-Wan versus Anakin. Yes, I went there. Because we all know that when you have the high ground, you can't be defeated. That makes well, it actually is a good advantage. But anyways. Overall, got to say this box set is it's outstanding, and it makes me want to get into BattleTech. Eventually, hopefully, be able to start meeting up with some of my friends here once the dreaded coronavirus is over. Everything back together here. See if I can get everything back in the way it's meant to go in here. Let's see. This big dude, he goes there. I think he does. Yeah, these sculpts, these miniatures, I mean, they just all look excellent. I can't wait to start painting these guys up and give them my own camouflage patterns and everything. But yeah, altogether, that just makes a great package altogether. Yeah, I picked this up in Barnes & Noble for around $60 or so. I know you can pick it up on Amazon, and these things are going quickly. And I believe, based on Amazon, there's some Lance packs coming out along the same lines as these, same quality and everything as the miniatures in here. And I think those are coming out maybe around the early part of next year, or maybe it's later this fall. But either way, keep an eye out for those as well, because I think those are going to really add a lot to this. And just overall, really impressed with this. Really, really love the presentation of all of it, and it just all of it. It just looks great in general. So yeah, guys, go out and pick this up. And if you like the video, again, give it a like and subscribe. Share it if you want to. And yeah, hopefully see you again in another video. All right, guys, take care.